Yo, what's up? All right, folks, we're at another pre-tape. Today, if you're watching this, should be Sunday. So I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this on Saturday, actually, but it should be Sunday when you're watching this. You know, unless there's any problems that happen, that arise, that are discovered or uncovered, unless there's any potential disasters that occur. You might even be seeing this on Monday. I mean, who knows? It's possible. It's conceivable. I mean, who knows? I mean, you could be seeing this on Sunday of next week. I don't know. I don't know when this is going to be watchable. It might never be watchable. Jesus, I've got so many fucking people. Anyway, it might never be watchable. This might be a lost tape on my hard drive that is never discovered. Who knows? Anything is possible. But either way, according to the plans that I have right now, according to these plans, according to the idea that I've got in my head, this will be live on Sunday, so we'll see. I'm hoping. Oh, there you go. I'm hoping that this you'll be watching this Sunday at 10 in the morning. All right, so this is episode 1369 of Above It All, and I'm doing a goddamn. So, just looking at Google News right now. Let's talk about this. So, this is from Politico. California's legal weed industry can't compete with illicit market. Local government opposition, high taxes, and competition from unlicensed businesses are complicating the state's push to build a thriving legal market. So, one of my problems with the legalization push in a lot of states and a lot of counties and a lot of cities and all that stuff, when it comes to substances like weed and even mushrooms and other sorts of drugs that are currently being decriminalized and legalized all across the country, is that when they're legalized in certain ways, the state, and I don't mean like the state as in like, California, but I mean like the state as in whatever government apparatus exists that is regulating this. The state tries to put these bizarre rules and regulations on them that aren't in, the best interest of the consumer. Like if you want to put regulations on it, so, you need a pure product, no pesticides, that kind of stuff. All right, I'm right there with you. Let's do it. That's a great idea. Right? But the regulations on like, who's allowed to grow, how they're allowed to grow, where they're allowed to grow, what they're like, they need to have prior, they need to be accepted, it just creates this giant weird area where a lot of people end up just like, they would rather just call their buddy on the phone and say, hey, you got something? And then they're going to be like, all right, I'll bring it over right now. Right. And that's the situation that I guess apparently, according to Politico, they're dealing with in California. So let's read this. California's cannabis market is booming nearly 5 years after voters legalized recreational weed. But here's a catch. The vast majority of pot sales are still underground. What? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why you would legalize something in a way that only benefits big business. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Rather than make cannabis a Main Street fixture, California's strict regulations have led most industry operators to close shop, flee the state, or sell in the state's illegal market that approaches $8 billion annually, twice the volume of legal sales. Note, by the way, that a lot of people also just buy it legally and then resell it illegally. Note that that's also a way that people make. So volume is just money transacted as well. So I mean, just factor that in. It doesn't actually represent total product. It's just the volume, the amount of money that's exchanged. Local government opposition, high taxes, and competition from unlicensed businesses are complicating California's push to build a thriving legal market. Many of these factors are baked into California law, including rules allowing city leaders to shut out licensed cannabis enterprises. Why? Meanwhile, the state has relaxed penalties against illegal operations in the name of racial justice. All right, good. Infighting between industry groups and lobbying dysfunction in Sacramento have stalled potential legislative fixes with no clear end in sight. The scale of those problems has California's iconic cannabis industry, the legal side at least, lagging behind the other states that have regulated the market. You don't have a real cannabis industry if the dominant portion of it has no interest in being legal, said Adam Spiker, executive director of the Southern California Coalition, a cannabis trade association. There is no other regulated industry in the world that I know of that operates like that. Now, again, what is the point of buying weed legally? Well, the point, theoretically, anything buying legally should be that it is regulated and safe to consume, right? That's it. That's the main benefit of buying something legally. Like, would you rather have moonshine brewed in someone's bathtub who lives in Kentucky, or, you know, in a factory where they've got, like, you know, health guidelines and inspectors and shit? Personally, right, I would rather have the inspectors. I'd rather have the regulation. I'd rather know that this product isn't poisoned in some capacity. I'd rather know that, like, you know, what's in the jar is actually what I'm told, and not, like, you know, something else that has a higher potency that I'm not, you know, aware of. That's the whole point of legalizing and regulating something. Other, like, if those, if you could just buy something illegally, uh-oh, I just spit inside the microphone again. God damn. If you can just buy something illegally and you're pretty sure that it's fine, then what's the point of buying it illegally? I mean, if it's cheaper and you're 99% sure it's fine, right? And then, like, making it legal is just such a huge hassle and such a burden, and only certain people can do it, then what's the fucking point? So California is really fucking up on this one. And so, I mean, I've had a lot of people tell me this kind of stuff, so it's just really strange. You know, again, the whole point of legalizing and regulating things is so that they're safe to consume, right? You don't need to make it so that only certain businesses are allowed to do this. Only certain license in order to get a license, you need to have a friend of a friend. You need to have like $1 billion in your bank account. You need that. That's what the problem with California's laws are, is they're stupid. And that's why in a lot of ways I do prefer decriminalization of certain substances over legalization, because legalization can mean anything. Legalization can mean heavily regulated, hard to obtain, super expensive. Whereas decriminalization, that's really the main thing as well, is that, like, I don't want to go to jail, right? And most people don't want to go to jail for just trying to, you know, chill out on a Saturday night or a Sunday morning if you're watching the show on Sunday morning. That's, you know, no one wants to go to jail for that shit. So if it's decriminalized, that accomplishes 99% of the goal. Really, again, the legalization is, at that point, really just to make it as safe as possible. And in California's instance, it's not making it as safe as possible. It's trying to basically suck up all the profits for big business and big corporations, and then just say fuck you to everyone else. And that's a problem. So I saw that in the news. I wanted to talk about it. I love weed, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. So there's like this piece of food stuck in the grill of my microphone. Now, this happened in the pre-tape show that I did for yesterday. I just got spit all... Okay, well, that's a problem. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday. Again, hopefully by Monday, tomorrow, if you're watching this on Sunday. I'm recording this on Saturday, but if you're watching this on Sunday, hopefully by tomorrow, I will be live once again from North Carolina, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Let me drink the rest of my Wawa here. Alright, so here's something that's going to boil my goddamn blood. But, I'm ready for it anyway. Just gotta wait for my goddamn bullshit to, like, load, because I'm on a hotspot right now on my phone. Because the internet here is garbage. It's garbaggio. Justice Sotomayor on Supreme Court's refusal to block Texas abortion law, quote, catastrophic. So... let's read this. This is from The Hill. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor called the High Court's refusal to once again block Texas's 6-week abortion law catastrophic. The court agreed to review Senate Bill 8 on an expedited basis in response to legal challenges from the Justice Department and abortion providers on November 1st. However, the court did not halt the enforcement of the law. Now, typical is what they will do is they will block it temporarily to make sure that it's illegal. And then, if they rule that it's legal, then it'll be unblocked. And if they rule that it's illegal, it would remain blocked. So just throwing that out there. In a 7-page opinion, Sotomayor said she cannot capture the totality of the harm in these pages. How about this? Resign. Retire. Resign, write a book about how the Supreme Court's a fucking shit show, reveal all the secrets of Brett Kavanaugh and Neil Gorsuch and fucking, Clarence Thomas and Roberts and fucking Barrett, reveal all their secrets, everything that they've ever said, all the Snickers that they've made, reveal it all, write a book, say that the Supreme Court needs to be abolished, it's a fucking piece of shit anyway, or expanded. But no, she's not going to do that because she's part of the game. She's just going to say, oh, this is so bad, and she's going to be against reform like she always has been because she's garbage. Just like the rest of these motherfuckers. Every single one of them is trash. If you're on the Supreme Court and you're still doing the job at this point and you're not advocating for reform or about abolition, you're dumb. I'm sorry. I don't really, nothing else I really care about that. Sotomayor explained that while she agreed with the court's decision to hear the cases on an expedited basis, she would have halted the law from being enforced. The justice explained that there are women who became pregnant when SB 8 took effect. And as I write these words, some of these women do not know that they are pregnant. The justice explained that those with sufficient resources may seek abortions from out-of-state providers who cannot serve their own communities due to demand from Texas patients. Others who cannot travel may be forced to carry out the pregnancy or resort to dangerous methods of self-help. None of this is seriously in dispute. Again, anyone, and I mean anyone, who did not see this coming is a dumb motherfucker. As soon as RBG died, all of this was set in stone. If you didn't see it coming, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're a dumb bitch motherfucker. I covered this poll a couple months ago, maybe a month, maybe 2. I don't know. I don't even know what time is anymore. That said the Democrats, when Amy Coney Barrett was approved and, first sat down in the Supreme Court, Democrats had a high approving of the Supreme Court. How is that possible? Democratic voters, I should say. How is that possible? Because Americans are fucking dumb. They're dumb. Their brains are full of fucking sewage. They're stupid motherfuckers. The Supreme Court is trash. Brett Kavanaugh was a PR nightmare for Republicans. So what did they do? When they had an open seat, they picked goody little two shoes. Oh, look, she's so nice when she smiles. Look at her. And then the Democrats were hugging Lindsey Graham, Dianne Feinstein, go fuck yourself. Right? And they were doing this, oh, look, she's so nice. And then when people started saying that she's in a cult, it's like, oh, no, look how nice she is. Look, her hair is red. Like, it's, what? What? Like, again, in the fact that RBG is hailed as a hero for Democrats, someone's a stupid motherfucker when they think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a good person. If you think Ruth Bader Ginsburg is an icon, you're a stupid motherfucker. You're a dumb bitch. I'm not interested in anything you have to say. If you like RBG, you're dumb. Plain and simple. Go fuck yourself. She should have retired when Obama was president. She chose not to. Because she's a fucking idiot. She's a fucking loser. And she couldn't fucking hold on for a couple more months? Are you kidding me? You needed 3 more months. 4, what is it, October? She died in October, right? So like November, December, January. You couldn't do 3 more months, bitch? Christ. If you're going to go for the 4 years, you better go for the 4 years, not 3 months and 9, or 3 years and 9 months. Come on now. Come on. And what is this system? By the way, what is this fucking garbage fucking system that we deal with? Where again, look at the constituent or I meant to say constitution, but look at how the Supreme Court is constituted right now. Look who's on it. Okay, so look who won in 2000. Al Gore. Al Gore was the winner of the 2000 presidential election, both in popular vote and electoral college. But the Supreme Court decided, fuck it. We're going to steal the election for fun. Let's just live a little. Let's steal an election. Let's live a little. Let's have a good time. So then Bush nominates a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. Fake president. And then Trump loses the popular vote in 2016, nominates 3 dumb motherfuckers, fake president, right? So 2 fake presidents have nominated the majority of the Supreme Court justices. How is that even possible? And everyone's just walking around. They don't even know who's on the Supreme Court. If you're walking on the street and you say, yo, hey, how you doing? All right, I have a question for you. Who's on the Supreme Court? Do you know how they got there? Do you know what they've done? How do you feel about the Supreme Court? They're going to go, I don't fucking know. Because Americans are fucking stupid. Our country is fucking run by idiots. It's run by dumb motherfuckers. And the people that are walking around, they're just so stupid. They don't know what the hell's going on. This whole country, it's like a Twilight Zone episode. Imagine living in the United States of America. This shit is it's a hell world in here. You got so many stupid ass bitches in here. Oh yeah, I love this. And then Democratic voters see Amy Coney Barrett get nominated and they're like, yeah, finally a woman to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg. What the hell is the matter with you people? I'm sick of these stupid motherfuckers, and I'm sick of these stupid fucking virtue signaling losers on the Supreme Court. Oh, this is catastrophic. All right, it's catastrophic. What is the definition of catastrophic? Well, significant destruction took place. Well, if there's such significant destruction, don't we have to rebuild it? Are you just gonna, like, okay, so like a fucking, let's say there's an overpass, right, on a fucking highway, and there's a catastrophic event, and the overpass, you know, what when you hear catastrophic, how do you feel what the overpass would look like? Well, it's crumbled, it's taken up space in the highway, so not only is the highway not usable, but the overpass road is not usable, we have to fix it, right? If it's catastrophic, we need to fix it, right? Now, how do we fix it? Huh? Well, she's not going to talk about that. She's not going to talk about how you fix it because she's part of the game. This is how she makes money. This is how she gets her kicks. By pretending to be outraged, providing no solutions, and then just getting headlines and people go like, oh, Justice Sotomayor. Oh, yes, you're a justice. No, you're not a justice. You're fucking playing a character. There is no such thing as a justice. There's no such thing as the Supreme Court. It's all LARPing, live action role play. These people are just role playing. And you're letting them. It's like, you know, it's like a mime on the street corner and they think they're in the box or they pretend to be in the box, you know? Well, you know, they're in their world, they're in the box. And if you're playing along with it, you're letting them be in the box. That's basically what the Supreme Court is. They're mimes. They're street performers. They're just fucking around. They don't actually have any power. Like, if you put all the people on the Supreme Court in a room with the rest of Americans, guess who's got the power? Most Americans, right? Those Supreme Court justices have nothing. They're role-playing. They're street performers. They're mimes. They're clowns. They're juggling on television. And we're all just fucking around letting them do it. I'm sick of this shit. Sick of this shit, man. It's so ridiculous. So anyway, there's that. There's that. What the hell's going on in this goddamn country, man? Holy shit. Woo! Yikes. All right. This sounds like a fun story. I'm reading this from CBSNews.com. White House delays the release of JFK assassination files, quote, to protect against identifiable harm. The White House said on Friday it would delay the release of long classified documents relating to the assassination of former President John F. Kennedy. President Joe Biden wrote in a statement that the remaining files shall be withheld from full public disclosure until December 15th next year, nearly 60 years after Kennedy's assassination in Dallas, Texas in 1963. In 2017, former President Donald Trump released several thousand secret files on the assassination, but withheld others on national security grounds. Wonder what's in that shit. The White House said that the National Archivist needs more time to review into that redaction. Needs time for a review into that redaction, which was slowed by the pandemic. Mr. Biden also said, I love how they're calling him Mr. Biden, too. I always love that with Mr. Trump. It's not President Biden. It's not President Trump. It's just Mr. It's just some guy. Yeah, we all just pretend he's the president. You know, he waves his hand at us. He puts up the little American flag thing. He goes, woo, puts the sunglasses on. Yeah, he's just having a good time. Also said the delay was necessary to protect against identifiable harm to the military, defense, intelligence operations, law enforcement, or other conduct of foreign relations, and that this outweighs the public interest in immediate disclosure. Now, again, this is a long time ago, folks. That implies to me that there is someone alive somewhere that has a lot of power that did something they weren't supposed to do in 1963. That's what this says to me. The assassination of the 46-year-old president was a profound national tragedy that continues to resonate in American history and in the memories of so many Americans who were alive on that terrible day, the statement said. A 10-month investigation led by then Supreme Court Chief Justice Earl Warren concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine who had lived in the Soviet Union, acted alone when he fired on Kennedy's motorcade. But the commission's investigation was criticized for being incomplete, with the congressional committee later concluding that Kennedy was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. Interesting. U.S. law requires that all government records on the assassination be disclosed to enable the public to become fully informed. The National Archives has released thousands of documents to the public as part of the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act of 1992, informally known as the JFK Act. The files are accessible online. So, that's interesting. You know, I love that. I love conspiracies that, like, you know, that aren't like, you know, like the non-QAnon, like nowadays conspiracies are all fucked up. But like, this is a classic conspiracy. Like UFOs, that's a classic conspiracy. I'm down with these retro conspiracies. You know, I play retro video games. I like retro conspiracy theories. You know, this is good shit. So be sure to watch. I want to watch the JFK movie, the 3.5-hour epic, at some point again soon. It's a classic. But anyway, we'll see how this goes on December 15th, 2022. If they don't delay it again, right? What are you gonna do, folks? What are you gonna do? Well, I guess you're not gonna read the documents for another year or so. All right, let me scroll for something more interesting. God, there's like the news is so boring. Everything is so goddamn boring. Oh, let's talk about Joe Manchin. All right. Yeah, I forgot to talk about this because this week's been really rough for me when it comes to doing the shows, and I haven't had but let's talk about Joe Manchin. Okay. So this is reading from motherjones.com. Scoop. Manchin tells associates he's considering leaving the Democratic Party and has an exit plan. This was published a couple of days ago, but I'm getting into it a little bit late. In recent days, Senator Joe Manchin has told associates that he is considering leaving the Democratic Party if President Joe Biden and Democrats on Capitol Hill do not agree to his demand to cut the size of the social infrastructure bill from $3.5 trillion to $1.75 trillion. According to people who have heard Manchin discuss this, Manchin has said that if it were to happen, he would declare himself, quote, an American independent. I think the American is a little redundant there. Like, what are you going to be like are you going to be like a Belgian independent? Are you going to be like a Brazilian independent? It's already implied that you are American. Why call yourself American independent? That's a little weird. But either way, that's the plan. And he has devised a detailed exit strategy for his departure. Manchin has been in the center of a wild rush of negotiations with his fellow Democrats and the White House over a possible compromise regarding Biden's ambitious Build Back Better package and Manchin's opposition to key provisions, including Medicare and Medicaid expansion, blah, blah, blah. We already know that. He's a bitch. He told associates that he has a two-step plan for exiting the party. First, he would send a letter to Senator Chuck Schumer, the top Senate Democrat, removing himself from the Democratic leadership of the Senate, as he is vice chair of the Senate Democrats' Policy and Communications Committee. Manchin hopes that would send a signal. He would then wait and see if the move had any impact on negotiations. After about a week, he said he would change his voter registration from Democrat to Independent. Let him do it. Let him fucking do it. I don't care. Who gives a shit? I had a text message. Let him fucking do it. If he wants to fuck around, fuck around. You know, like, I'm sick of this fucking stupid bullshit where the fucking Congress doesn't do jack shit. They just fuck around. All they do is just fuck. And I hate it. And it's annoying. And it sucks. And it's the worst thing in the world. And that Kyrsten Sinema, go fuck off as well. Go fuck yourself. I would rather have a 48-52 Senate than deal with this stupid fuckface bullshit. And then everyone's going to know who you really are. Everyone's going to know who you really are if you leave the Democratic Party because somehow the president, Joe Biden, is in support of some modest, extremely modest provisions that would maybe help the climate a little bit. Maybe help struggling single parents a little bit. Just a little. That's too much for Joe Manchin. That's too much. So leave the party, rage quit, whine like a little baby, because that's what you are, Joe Manchin. You're a little fucking baby back bitch. It is unclear whether in this scenario Manchin would end up caucusing with the Democrats, which would allow them to continue to control the Senate, or side with the Republicans and place the Senate in GOP hands. Do it. Do it. I would love to see that happen. It would be great TV. In either event, he would hold great sway over this half of Congress. Without Manchin's vote, the Democrats cannot pass the package in the 50-50 Senate, and a vote on this measure is key to the House passage of the $1 trillion bipartisan road, bridges, and broadband infrastructure bill. I want every single Democrat in the entirety of Congress, House and Senate, to campaign on Joe Manchin being a bitch. I want you to do ads. Elect me, keep me in office, and unelect Joe Manchin. We need to elect more Democrats because Joe Manchin's a bitch. Use the B word. Say bitch in your ads. Say he's a little fucking pussy beta male. That's what he is. He's a fucking loser. Manchin told associates he was prepared to initiate his exit plan earlier this week and had mentioned the possibility to Biden, but he was encouraged by the conversation with Sanders and top Democrats that occurred at the start of the week and did not see a reason to take the step. Still, he has informed associates that because he is so out of sync with the Democratic Party, he believes it is likely he'll leave the party by November 2022. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You know when you're at a party and there's that like weird guy that's just ever like talking to people and being annoying, right? That's Joe Manchin. Get the hell out. Someone kick him out. Call the cops on this bitch. Get him out of here. A cab, except for the people that fucking drag him out of the party. Manchin has repeatedly said he has a significant philosophical difference with most of his fellow Democrats. He believes major programs in the Build Back Better bill would move the United States toward an entitlement mentality. The motherfucker sits on yachts, bro. Like, what is this? The guy's a fucking LARPer. It's pretend. There's no such thing as a senator. They're all just pretending. They're clowns. They're mimes. They're street performers. And we all just walk past them and go like, yep, that person's still in the box. The mime is still in the box. Look, they're still in there. Right? After work, you walk down the other way on the opposite side or whatever. You see the mime. He's still trapped in the box. You're not going to go there and fuck his day up. He's trapped in that box and he's going to like it. You're going to you're toss a nickel in the hat on the ground. That's basically what Joe Manchin is. He's a street performer. It's all make-believe. It's pretend. There's no such thing as a senator. What do you think, that's in the physical laws of the universe? Do you think the universe declared Joe Manchin a senator? No. West Virginia is a made-up state. Right? It's a fake state. It doesn't exist. What the hell is West Virginia? Isn't Virginia enough? You need a West Virginia? What? Again, all of this shit is make-believe. It's pretend. So let him leave the party. Let him have a temper tantrum. Let him lose an election. Who cares? Let him keep his seat. Elect more Democrats elsewhere. Because that's what the Democrats should campaign on. The Democrats should not let him leave. They should kick him out. Say, go fuck yourself. Same thing with Kyrsten Sinema. Say, go fuck yourself. We don't need you. Y'all are losers, and we're going to elect replacements for you in other states in 2022. And that should be what they campaign on. Because fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck them in the face. Honestly. With a big face fucking machine. Because they're fucking garbage. And I hate them. Lord, I'm full of rage this morning. Well, yesterday morning. If you're watching this Sunday morning, I'm recording this on Saturday. I'm filled with rage, folks. I'm enraged. I'm in rage. And I'm just mad as hell. But anyway, I think that's going to be the show for today. A little bit shorter. But again, Monday, hopefully, I'll be back. But if not, Tuesday, I should be back to full operating. procedure. I should be to full operational status by Tuesday. There's a lot going on here, so. But I appreciate everyone for dealing with me over the last week. I know I've had a little fun. I hope you've had fun. Most people would just take vacations. Not me. I'm not that kind of person. What's a vacation? What's that? I don't know. A break? I'm going to take a break? Are you kidding me? I don't believe in breaks. The only thing I'm going to break... Well, I don't think I can say this on YouTube, but I'm going to break something, and it's in relation to the previous story. But I'm just joking. It's just a joke. I'm a comedian here. Just, Right? I'm a street performer. I'm a mime. I'm stuck in the box. I'm just stuck. Uh-oh. Whoa. Just leave me be. Throw a nickel in my hat, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, I won't see you again because I didn't see you today. You saw me, but I didn't see you. That's all I got. That's it. It's done.
You haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Small piece of the universe. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt.